They have a deal on a new bill that was just announced today. Also, highly focused stimulus checks for seniors are going out in one area of the country. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, so first off, let's quickly talk about this new bill that was just announced today. And yes, you're hearing that correctly. They do have a deal on this thing as well. This is the newly revised reconciliation bill that Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer have been working on behind closed doors here for a few weeks. In fact, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time, you probably saw that video from a few weeks ago where I came out and said, hey, I got some word that apparently Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer are working on a reconciliation bill behind closed doors. And sure enough, they actually were, because it was just announced today, and this also has the support of all the necessary Democrats in the Senate in order to get this thing actually passed through. In fact, this is a reconciliation bill, and Chuck Schumer has presented this to the Senate parliamentarian today so she can go through this thing line by line to make sure that all of the provisions within this bill are within the rules of the reconciliation process so that they can finally get this bill through within the next few weeks, possibly even by the end of this month. So I want to talk you through the details about this because over the last few weeks here since we first got word on this thing, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about it, as in the details of it. We didn't really know anything, but now we have more details on this thing. In fact, there are some pretty good provisions in here for seniors and, of course, Medicare beneficiaries. Now, again, I also do want to talk about those highly focused stimulus checks for seniors that are going out in one area of the country, but more on that here in just a minute. Let's quickly talk about this new bill here, first off, that was just introduced today. All right, so here's what I know about the bill. Well, first things, let me tell you what I don't know about the bill first off. I don't know a price tag. I looked all over the place, and it doesn't really matter what the price tag is on this thing, more just the fact that it's kind of interesting to know, are we talking $100 billion? Are we talking $50 billion? Are we talking $500 billion? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I did not see a price tag on that. However, here's what I can tell you about this. Within the rules of this bill here and the provisions, one of the provisions is outlining allowing Medicare to start negotiating pricing of pharmacy prescriptions going forward in 2023 with these pharmaceutical makers. As a result of that, this should lower the cost substantially, and they also have some other rules within here that would be the out-of-pocket maximum for Medicare beneficiaries in 2023 of $2,000. Again, don't get me wrong, I completely understand $2,000 is a lot of money right now, especially when money is incredibly tight and fixed income beneficiaries are simply falling behind every single month. So I'm not trying to discount that in any way, shape, or form. I'm simply saying, I get it, $2,000 is a lot of money, but that is one of the provisions within here is they want to max out, or cap, I should say, the maximum out-of-pocket for Medicare beneficiaries on pharmacy prescriptions. So that's kind of nice in there because realistically, I know that there are a lot of you here in the community who are living on a fixed income, who are Medicare beneficiaries, a lot of seniors here in the community. That's a good thing because I do know that pharmacy prescriptions can be very, very, very expensive, right? Sometimes hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single month. That's kind of scary. But anyway, this could be a pretty good provision, and allowing Medicare to start negotiating these pricings going forward, again, this should lower the price pretty substantially as well. So these are kind of the major details behind this bill. I'm going to be honest with you, it's a pretty thin bill. There's not a whole lot in it, but this is a reconciliation bill. This is exactly what I've been talking about for quite a while now, as in they have the opportunity to use another reconciliation opportunity sometime before the fiscal year ends, which is the end of September, and looks like they're going to do it. So, provided the Senate parliamentarian comes forward and allows them to move forward with all the details of this bill, then looks like we should have no problem here. It looks like it already has the support of all the senators that are needed in order to get it through the Senate. And then, of course, the House of Representatives is generally just a rubber stamp most of the time, so that should be no problem at all. And, of course, the president will likely sign the bill as well. So, looks pretty good so far, right? Now, of course, as I do get more details on this, of course, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down, letting you know what's going on and how it's going to impact you. All right, so let's quickly talk about highly focused stimulus checks in one area around the country where these checks are going out to seniors. Now, here's what's interesting about this, and I want to use this as a perfect example of exactly what I've been talking about here on the channel for many, many months now. Again, I've seen the comments down below saying no more checks are coming, there's not going to be another check, all kinds of these details and all things like this. I get it. Everybody has their own opinions on this. That's totally fine. But here's the fact of the matter. There are over 14 states right now that are currently sending out stimulus checks to millions of residents all across the country. In fact, just as of yesterday, this check that I'm going to tell you about right now is a highly focused check in one area of the country. And again, I'm using this as an example to show you what may still be coming, because I've been saying, in the event of another check, I would anticipate another check to be a highly focused check for fixed income beneficiaries and or seniors or some combination of that. So I want to use this as an example because this is a perfect example of essentially exactly what I've also been laying out here. So here's what it comes down to. This is being approved. Well, it's already been approved. In fact, it's not being approved. It is approved. It's a done deal. It's going to cost a little over $5 million. And this is happening in one of the counties of New York. Now, again, stick with me on this because I'm using this as a perfect example of what we may be seeing coming across the entire country. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this county in New York. I'm going to spell it for you. I don't have a clue how to pronounce this thing, okay? So the county name is Onondaga. I don't have a clue how to pronounce that. I'm just being real with you right now. I don't know. So again, the spelling is Onondaga. So anyway, if you can tell me how to pronounce that, please let me know because I don't have a clue. I looked at it many, many times and I thought, I don't even know how to say this and I'm not even going to try because I don't even know where to start with that one. So anyway, but this county is in New York and they're going to be sending out a $200 one-time highly focused stimulus check for seniors. That's it. Nobody else, not people that are not seniors, not other people that are low income, 35 years old. Nope. This is specifically focused on seniors. That's it. A $200 one-time check for seniors, and they're calling it a stimulus check. So again, this is just a small example of one thing that we're already starting to see out there, right? This is a perfect example of one county in the around the country here in the state of New York that is actually sending out a highly focused check for seniors. I don't know. Sounds like a pretty good trend, right? And I've also been reading more data on this today that's been suggesting they wouldn't be surprised to see more of these programs coming across the country because finally this one county understands that seniors are actually having a pretty hard time right now, especially with rapidly rising prices because of all the inflation and, of course, trying to live on a very small fixed income. So anyway, I want to give you this quick example because this is exactly what I've been talking about here in the videos for quite a while now, as in a highly focused check. Now, one more thing I want to throw out there as well, because this is something else I was reading on, and a lot of seniors and fixed income beneficiaries are feeling pretty upset about this one, and this is in the state of California. All right, so last week, we got that new announcement out of the governor of California where they agreed to come forward and send out checks to 23 million residents of California, and checks going out in the amounts of $350 per person, up to $1,050 as a maximum for a household. So here's the problem. And again, a lot of people are feeling really upset about this. This does not include fixed income beneficiaries. Again, please don't be upset with me. I'm just the messenger here. But this actually didn't occur to me until I actually did more research on this and realized it actually doesn't include fixed income beneficiaries. Basically, what they're doing to determine somebody's eligibility and how much they're going to get from this program in the state of California is based on your California state tax return. Well, generally, most fixed income beneficiaries don't file a tax return because your income is low enough where you don't need to, right? Again, this is not tax advice. I don't know your situation. I'm not telling that you should or should not file a tax return. I'm simply telling you this is the fact of the matter is that most fixed income beneficiaries across the entire country typically do not file a tax return because incomes are low enough that you don't need to, right? So as a result of that, it's coming out now that a lot of seniors and fixed income beneficiaries in the state of California are saying, I feel like the state stiffed me. What's going on here? I'm feeling left out. I'm feeling super frustrated and bummed right now that I was supposed to be getting a check. I'm low income. I'm fixed income. I'm really, really struggling. The state of California just approved billions and billions of dollars to go out to 23 million residents of that state. And there you go. They stiffed seniors and fixed income beneficiaries once again. Not cool. Seriously, not a cool thing. So maybe they'll come in and actually change this. I've been reading a lot of reviews on this today, and a lot of people are coming out saying, I feel completely betrayed by my state. California. So anyway, again, I am not here saying anything bad about California. I'm not saying anything either way. I'm just simply saying this is what is in the headlines. These are the things that I've been seeing and reading about today in the state of California. Of course, talking about this new bill out of the Senate, as in the new reconciliation bill, as well as that new program out of that county in the state of New York, sending out those highly focused checks to seniors in that county. Again, Onondaga, however you pronounce it. So if you're located in that county, by all means, make sure that you are doing whatever you need to do to grab your $200 check. It was announced and it was approved yesterday. So just be aware of that. That was a done deal as of yesterday. If you're in that county in New York, do what you got to do to get your $200. Also, as I do get more details on any of these programs popping up around the country or any of these other focused stimulus checks that continue to pop up or being announced around the country right now, of course, I'll continue to be here for you, laying it all out and letting you know what's going on and to help you out in any way that I possibly can. So again, please make sure to subscribe down below. If you haven't done so yet, share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. Until next time, have a nice day. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll catch you again later in the next video. Until next time, have a nice day.